Okay, welcome back, and let's take another look. Let's take a look at you know, the political landscape. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it. The political landscape, 2027, and the realignment of opposition forces. Of course, this this whole story started when former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, abandoned his party. I think he was a foundation member of the APC, but he's moved on, citing, among other reasons, that the party has departed from what he knew as its main, philosophy and orientation. Okay, of course, there have been a lot of pushback from that, that Malam Nasir El-Rufai has his own personal ambitions and should be able to say so, instead of what he has said. But let's look at it. Dr. Abayomi Arabambi, our political affairs analyst, as well as publicity secretary of Labour Party in Nigeria here, is our guest this morning. So a fine morning to you, Mr. Arabambi.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, and thank you for having me. Indeed.
Now, before we even begin, I think we need to sort of say that the political, even though the Tinubu administration is just over halfway into its first term, of recent, there have been all sorts of, broadcasts. And when I say broadcast, I mean sometimes you put it on, there are posters all over the place, making it seem as if the presidency or, the ruling party has started its campaigns early. And they have gone to great lengths to say that, look, they might be appreciative of people who consider themselves supporters, but they have no knowledge whatsoever of all these moves, and indeed are discouraging people from continuing in that light because it could be against the law. Until INEC blows the whistle, so to speak, and says that the campaign season is open, people shouldn't be doing what they're doing, no matter how much they support their candidate, who just might happen to be the president of the federation. Let me get your thoughts on that particular aspect. People, as it were, jumping the gun, to use the metaphor of sports. What are your thoughts in this area?
Well, it's part of the, political rap matters, that we are used to in Nigeria, or, political hierarchy, which is synonymous with most political class. It's not a new thing, in as much as it is not the sitting president who gave anybody the audacity, the right to go and be erecting the billboard of 2027, even when INEC has not blow the whistle for the march to start. I know electorate is very clear about that. Campaign and every process of 2027 election will start a year. So we are expecting it in February next year before, INEC is going to ring the bell for everybody to get started. I don't see anything much in that. They love their candidate. They love their president, and I understood the president through Bayo Onanuga has issued a directive that nobody should, be doing that anymore until when the proper time, has come in. But even the person that did it, he didn't, I think, over seriousness. I'm not going to blame him, When you love somebody, you can go at any time, to propagate, the person. But be that is me, the law will not affect the APC. The people who are breaching it, they are just on their right. Just like as I am here, if I go to say anything, I might say, oh, this is my personal view. I am, putting up indemnity for, TVC. You understand? So I think the president, as far as I'm concerned, is already, indemnified by the law, because he was not the person, doing it, but, his supporters, which they will tell you they have the right. But like I said, And instruction have been given that nobody should, they should not continue, and I know they will stop. But Nigerian politicians, we are full of all manner of, rat matters and political harakiri. It's something that we wake up and sleep with. It's just normal among our people.
Okay. So Nigerians, we need to know ourselves, and as you just said, understand that everybody has made themselves clear on this matter. The party has said that stop this, please. The president, through his spokespeople, have said, please stop this. It's not yet time. But let's now look at the realignment of opposition forces. When it started, when this whole story started, Nasir El-Rufai, I think it was, who sort of started it by leaving, jumping ship, leaving his own party, well, his former party now, and choosing SDP as a party, and then seeking from there to, get people together to form an opposition bloc with the publicly declared aim of unseating the current occupier of Aso Rock democratically, but at least let's get the mass. Give me your thoughts on, first of all, that initial idea, and following it, hitting some bumpy roads, the realignment that now must happen. So in short, I guess what I'm asking you is, give me your impressions of the whole idea of anybody, either Rufai or anybody else, scheming this early and this openly to unseat democratically, he said, the president. What do you think the chances of success in that regard are?
Well, as far as, I am concerned, I think His Excellency, former Governor Rufai, has a beef, to settle with his colleagues and leaders in APC, and that was the reason, why he decided to, jump the ship. But you see, the laid-down procedure, when you are talking about a merger cannot be initiated by individuals. Merger cannot be initiated by individuals, except if they are saying, they want to do, collaborations. Yes. Or, maybe, let us all work together, present a candidate, that is going to, you understand? Mm-hmm. That is going to help us out. Now, for all the movement that I've seen so far as I'm concerned, no party has been involved formally in the discussion of merger or coalition.
That's right. And
if parties are not involved, you're on your own. No candidate is empowered to go into any alliances with any other candidate of other political party. Because, whether you like it or not, after the primaries, only 2 people will sign the form to INEC. That's the national chairman and national secretary. You understand me? So,
yes.
For anybody, if they are, just trying to say, we want to work together, fine. They might go and prepare the ground, but they still have to go back to their party for the blessing, except it is for power grab, 2, you also have to consider public perception and the political correctness. Any merger now between opposition political party must produce a candidate from the south. Because the north know it is their turn in 2031. So nobody would think you want to do a merger to present, somebody from the north against the incumbent president now, and you think, the people from the south will agree on that to now go and push presidency to the north, who has just completed 8 years with Buhari. So you want them to go and start another one, and the south will just have just 4 years to spend. That is the political correctness. The public perception. But the political correctness is this: parties must also know you have to consider the attributes, of the people that want to join together. Though merger is difficult now, for us in Labour Party, it is practically impossible for us to go and submit our certificate to form a new name with any other people. It's practically impossible. That means we are open the gate for a goal, without a goalkeeper for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That means you are deliberately remove your goalkeeper from the goalpost. You will now want to play a penalty. We can't go into any merger now. We can go into collaboration, but it has to be the leadership of all the parties. They must be involved, because you won't be telling electorate, oh, in this place, vote for this party senatorial candidate. In this place, you must vote for this person House of Rep. In this place, we are going to vote for this governor. You are going to miss it out. And that was, the best thing that was done by this current administration with NNPP, with APGA, with CPC, with ACN. They knew that if they said, we want to go into collaboration, alliances, they would have failed that 2015 election. But they all quickly agree, let us form a merger, so that they know that every of their candidates, they are going to go on one single ballot and with one single logo. So, you see, the people running around now, I don't know, maybe just about say capture, or they just want the people they left to fill their absence. But anybody going around for collaboration or merger simply because you have, issue to settle with your party, they are on their own. That's what I'm going to say on that. Merger is practically impossible. Labour Party cannot go into merger with anybody now. But if it is a collaboration, one thing is sacrosanct. That presidential candidate has to come from the south.
All right. Our first caller this morning, Mr. George in Ikeja. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Okay.
Good morning to your guest.
Yes.
Uncle Yori, I think every individual has a right to associate with any group they like, just as it is in politics. As far as I'm concerned, the coalition, the so-called coalition you are seeing, is just an association of frustrated politicians. The gentleman you are talking to has said it, that none of them has come together on the platform of a party, and a coalition cannot take place by individuals. It is only done by parties. If you look at all of them, none of them is able to carry his party along. Their parties are in tatters. So what are they kicking to the coalition? Uncle Yori, I was interested in the first guest you brought, but I couldn't have access to you. He said something very fundamental that caught my attention, and I thank you for fishing out such a person. He said, you have to first be Nigerian and promote Nigeria, and that our economy stands to get boosted astronomically if that happens, especially to our tourism sector. This is an issue. But our people, Uncle Yori, I'm sorry to say, this is a people that you find people who were once ministers of this republic and are refusing to recite the national pledge or the national anthem. These are people that somebody who is trying to become the president of this country goes to another country, sets on an online newspaper only to disparage our country. Yet, he wants to become president of that country. So where to be Nigerian first? That man, he spoke my mind in many of the things they said. The president set up a culture and entertainment industry. I stand to be corrected, Uncle Yori. I have not seen actions from the ministry. It's Lagos State that is even taking the game. The Lagos State planned something for December, they call it December culture or December splash. They are making the money and we can see it. But the one that the president has set up a whole ministry for, we are not seeing it yet. That minister should wake up. The opportunity that gentleman brought just came and opened the box. We need to talk about it again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. George. Okay, as you said, you tried to get in when we were talking about that, but that wasn't immediately possible. Now we have Dr. Arabambi with us, and he's just, said what, that caller agreed with, that, look, I don't know how serious these people are, just because, as Dr. Arabambi said, no individual, no matter how persuasive he thinks he is, can actually initiate this kind of a thing. It has to be at the leadership, and the leadership has not been approached. You even remember, Dr. Arabambi, you remember that at the beginning, I think it was said very clearly that when, Nasir El-Rufai, the former governor of Kaduna, when he said that he had gone to the president, the former president, to sort of tell him of his intentions as respect demands, the president had continued to, emphasize that, well, be that as it may, I am entirely loyal to the ruling party, and I don't see myself being any other kind of a thing. So that immediately, sort of broke the back, in my opinion, of whatever they were planning. Well, I won't say they, whatever Nasir El-Rufai was planning, because the president has said, look, thank you for the respect of coming to meet with me, but I'm not part of it. I cannot be part of it. Before you respond, sir, let me bring in Elder David. Elder David, good morning to you, sir.
Thank you for the respect of coming to meet with me, but I'm not part of it. I cannot be part of it. Before you respond,
Elder David, you have to mute the volume of your television set, please. You have reached us. Can you hear us, Elder David?
No, it's every 4 years. You have no article that is there.
We lost Elder David, but Elder David, he's been calling in for a while, and he knows that he can't listen to himself and our program on the television while calling in. But let me quickly use that opportunity to come back to you, Dr. Arabambi. As I said, just before I was alerted that that call had come in, would you like to comment on that? Because it does seem, in line with what you said, that they're interrupting me. I'm so sorry about this. It's not your fault at home. I'll be talking, they'll be interrupting me. But so I just wanted you to weigh in on that particular aspect. Or indeed, let me try one more time. As I was speaking, they were saying something into my ear. So I think what they were saying was that there's another caller. So let me just take that caller and make him our last caller so that you, Dr. Arabambi, can, so
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning to your guests.
Yes, thank you.
Honestly, the running around of Atiku Abubakar, to me, doesn't make sense anywhere. As long as Atiku Abubakar is still planning to run in 2027, it will make things easy for the current president. And remember, it is Atiku Abubakar that made Wike this champion he is today. Wike was saying, we have agreement in PDP that the next president will come from the south. And Atiku Abubakar and Number One, their company, turn it around. So what are they trying to do now? Are they running around now for the power to go back to the north? If their plan, they have failed ab initio. Let me talk about the first discussion you have.
Sorry, Reverend. I beg your pardon, okay. Reverend. We've completely, run out of time. I do really appreciate your calling in.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, but another time. So, Dr. Arabambi. Dr. Arabambi, please go ahead now.
Yes. Well, just like I was saying, I was just trying to prove, my earlier assertion that anybody just running around in their individual capacity as candidate or former candidate or maybe cheating on the party is not going to work regarding, merger. Now, Section 81 of the Electoral Act 2022 as amended says, any two or more political party may merge on the approval of the Commission following a formal request presented to the Commission by the political parties. Political parties intending to merge shall give the Commission 9 months notice of their intention to do so. 9 months. Now, 81.3 said, the written request of the merger shall be sent to the chairman of the Commission and shall be signed by jointly signed by 1 national chairman, 2 national secretary, and 3 national treasurer. So you can see where I was going. Shall be signed was what, Electoral Act 2020 as amended, 81(3) said the written request shall be signed. That is, you don't have any other option other than it is compulsory. So you can see now that it is only a party that can approve merger. Even the former one of coalition, it is only the political party that will approve it, because if you come together in form of coalition, it is going to have, assemblage of merger, because all of you have to present a common candidate.
Yes.
Whether like it or not, you have to run under one political party. But if you now choose to scatter yourself, in this one vote for this one, in this rep, you are only in the Senate, in the rep, in the governorship, in the assembly, that means everybody will just be, disturbing themselves. So I would want to advise, it is their right to say they want to go and do collaboration, but they have to, all of them have to go back to their party,
yes, to
see the blessing, of their party. And you can see what is happening in SDP. Oluwagunloye has gone to court, to challenge, El-Rufai about, an arch to remove him as national secretary. They want to make him a sacrificial lamb. These are some of the things you encounter when you have most of the people out of frustration, or probably because they have issues in their former party.
Yes.
You just jump to a party and you now say, oh, I want to grab. Oh, chairman, give me this, give me women leader, give me this, give me that. No, the people there are not your subordinates. You don't just ask people to leave. They will go to court, and at the end of the day, your mission of, collaborating with that party, will be dead on arrival, because it will be litigation between now and 2027.
And I think you've indicated very, very clearly that, as speaking as publicity secretary for Labour Party also doesn't necessarily have its doors open yet, because the right channels have not been followed.
Labour Party is not involved presently. Yeah, but we have a lot of our members running around to say, oh, want to do merger, I want to do collaboration. But I'm saying it that it is not, the decision of the party, because I have not seen the chairman of the party or the national secretary of the party saying, oh, we are going to go into merger, until when you hear such an announcement from the leadership of the party, that is when you will know that, oh, the party is now fully ready. But as I speak today, the chairman, the leadership of the Labour Party has not, endorsed any coalition or merger into any political party. They have not.
We're going to have to leave it there. But I want to thank you, Dr. Abayomi Arabambi, for coming on our program this morning and, giving us your perspective on the whole matter about 2027 and the realignment of opposition forces. Thank you for making yourself available to us.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Our pleasure. So that's our program today. Do please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Iyori Folarin. Bye-bye for now.